Hi guys, this is Melinda with Waking the Senses. Just wanted to give you an update. Exactly 1 week ago today, I went out in the neighborhood to film a walking update and to let you know what our plans were for the Colorado Trail, whether they were the same or have changed. So let's take a look at that right now. Hi guys, it's Melinda with a walking update. And we're going to update a little bit of everything. I am going to be putting this one out of sequence. I'm about 3 months behind on posting videos, but I'm going to jump this one in front of everybody so that you have a clear update on where we are right now at this time. It is March 19th. So, in February, I was really sick. I babysit my great-grandson, and he brought over a head cold, which my husband and I both caught. Plus everyone who babysits him, we kind of bump him around so he doesn't have to go to childcare. But my daughter got sick. His dad's folks got sick. My granddaughter got sick. We all had this nasty head cold. He was pretty sick with it. He ran a fever and lasted about maybe 4 days, 5 days for him. Well, it lasted over 2 weeks for me. I was going on week 3 when I went to the doctor and got some antibiotics and a whole slew of other drugs. And then it carried on for another week. It might have been something different, but needless to say, I was sick the entire month of February. So I didn't get any walking in then. Then March came the rains, which I really didn't want to get out a lot in the rain, just being sick. But did get one walk in before Donna and I did a gear shakedown at Purtis Creek State Park. Before I got sick, I think I might take this hat off because it's not really sunny enough. I thought it was going to be sunny, but it's not really sunny enough to warrant covering my ears, so hold on. It's Thursday, but the neighborhood is really busy. It's like a weekend. Everybody's off work, self-sequestering. I did some research and found that it is okay to walk outside as long as the streets are not crowded and you keep a 6-foot distance between you and other people. Actually, the fresh air feels great after being in the house for so long. All right, back to walking. So before I got sick in February, I was up to, I believe, an 8-mile power walk with 12-pound weight. I have managed to lose 11 pounds, which I'm really excited about. It's not 30, but we've got some time to go yet. It's great because I've got clothes that couldn't fit me, are fitting me. I've got on some fly fishing clothes I hadn't worn in a while. Got these, you can't see them without a tripod. I've got some really nice pants. Anyway, I got my gear pretty much dialed in. I might only make 1 or 2 adjustments. Next video's coming up. Donna had been working on her knees. She's been going to a specialist, told her what her goals were, and they have been doing cortisone injections in her knee and sending her physical therapy. And about 3 months ago, 2.5 months ago, we went to, I went with her to her injections so that we could film that. And I'm going to interview her via the internet, social distancing, and we'll be posting that as the very next video. So the reason you're probably tuning in is to find out how has COVID-19 affected our plans to hike the Colorado Trail. Well, the foundations that manage the PCT and the AT have both sent out recommendations that people put their through hikes off for a year, citing concerns for those small communities along the trails, and that hikers could become a vector. They could pick up the virus in one town, and before they even know they're sick or think they just have allergies or a small cold, could be spreading it to all those small communities along the trail. That's hard. It's really hard. If you've ever done a through hike, you know it's not something you just pick up and do on a whim. You plan for it a long time in advance. Dawn and I have been planning for the Colorado Trail since last summer. And it's only about a 500-mile trail compared to the 2,000 plus miles of the AT or CDT. I'm going up a hill. What about the Colorado Trail? Well, here's the deal. Colorado Trail through hikers typically start July 1. If you're lucky, you can get on the trail maybe the last week of June. So we've got a ways off to see how things pan out. Where are we? Well, we don't know. It's too far out. I'm going to start researching maybe some loop trails so that if it doesn't get better, that we can still hike, but we don't have to take public transportation. We don't have to fly. We could drive there and loop around back to the car. If everything clears up by July, which I seriously doubt, then we'll proceed as planned. But that's where we are on the Colorado Trail prep for the through hike of 2020. You know, we're going to make this happen. If it's not this year, maybe next year. But here's the deal. I just turned 65. 1 year could be the difference between me being physically capable of walking 500 miles or not. So it's a little depressing. It's not like I just have to postpone everything for 1 year and pick it up next year. I'm going to have a consolation hike. If this gets canceled altogether, I'm going to be doing something exciting. So I have to plan on that, or I'm just going to give up. I'm going to gain my weight back. I'm going to throw all the gear in the back of the closet, and it'll never get used. So that's where we stand right now. I want to thank all of y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. That was a week ago. And things are so dynamic right now. Everything is changing on a rapid pace. There's been a lot of videos, and I'm sure you've seen them online, of people talking about leaving the trail. They've kind of quit their hike. Went in and looked at the Colorado Trail Foundation's website, and they are kind of just like us. They are like, oh, well, July's a long way away, and things could change, but we have some basic recommendations, like don't rely on shuttle service, don't count on things to be open and resupply to be open. And right now, they have not come out with a solid statement saying don't come. You know, July is a long way away, but that's very optimistic. I think
um, since last week to today, um, we are less optimistic. Um, we're hopeful, but not very hopeful. I really don't see it happening. Um, I'm not going to take public transportation, and to get there and to get off, you would have to take two cars. Right now, a lot of Colorado is shut down. Um, there are segments of the trail. Segment one is shut down on the trail that goes through um, the waterworks, the dam. That's completely off limits. No one can go in there. There are three segments around Silverton that are closed to all backcountry. No horses, no bikes, no hikers, period, nothing. And I'm sure that's to try to keep tourists away. Poor Colorado's been hit really hard because of the tourist trade. A lot of the ski towns, people brought in coronavirus as tourists. So, what does that mean? Well, I'm self-sequestering. My husband and I'm usually a bit of a hermit, and I don't want to leave the house. I've been here, I've gone stretches of as long as 2.5 weeks where I just didn't want to leave the house, except to maybe walk. And when I did leave the house to go get groceries or whatever, I consolidated everything I needed to do in one day, and I would get all my errands done. I'd be gone half a day so that I wouldn't have to leave again anytime soon. But now that I know I can't leave, that's all I think about is, hey, I wish I could get out, which is really weird. So I need to change my mindset. There's a couple of things going on. So the other thing that's going on, I think that's contributing to that feeling of being a prisoner is, have you ever had an enormous project, maybe at work, uh, that so consumed you, that's all you did, all you thought about, um, and then when it was over, you're just kind of like, what do I do now? Well, that's kind of where I am right now, because planning to through hike Colorado Trail takes so much energy. Uh, you have to research the trail, you have to research how to get to the trail, how to resupply when you're on the trail. Then you have to, and I was changing all my gear because I was not a through hiker and did not have through hiking gear. My gear is more oriented to um, hiking to a base camp, setting up camp, and then exploring for there for 2 or 3 days. So it was heavy on camping and luxury items in camp, and so my gear was kind of too heavy. So I was researching all of that gear, purchasing new gear, finding it finding it at a reasonable cost. Hold on, Shadow, no digging. So I was spending a lot of time researching gear, testing gear, acquiring gear, and then to afford that gear, I was selling all my old stuff. So yeah, it was pretty. It consumed me. Let's just say that from the time I got up to the time I went to bed at night, it was mostly Colorado Trail. So now that that's kind of on the shelf or the back, let's say it's on a back burner because I'm not giving up completely. If we don't go this year, we'll go next year. But I was just like, what do I do now? And I'm looking back at my Facebook feed. Um, I was really productive when I first retired. Well, that's another thing because um, let's wait for the dogs to stop. We'll keep going. It's Angus. Yes, Angus. Go get him, boy. Yeah. Go get that evil mailman. So during the beginning of the COVID-19, at the beginning of the COVID-19, Facebook got really ugly from both sides of the fence. Naysayers, oh, this is all a hoax, all the way to, oh, we're all going to die, and dogs can transmit COVID-19, and I got fed up with it. It's bad enough, all the politics. I just said, okay, I'm going to take a Facebook break. So between that and not having the Colorado Trail to fixate on, I was just kind of left in this vacuum, this void. So I am trying to figure out new things to do, and I know all the YouTubers are vlogging because they're putting out a lot more videos than ever before. So, but I'll probably get back into doing some other things, some crocheting, and I don't know. I'll figure it out. My mantra right now is more than survive, thrive. So I'm keeping up my walking because I've lost some weight and it feels really good. I like the way my clothes are fitting, and I want to continue doing that and work on my health and keep active the best I can. Most of the good trails around here that I would consider are secluded have been closed, and the others are so popular, I'm kind of worried about going out on them. I'm afraid there'll be too many people, so right now I'm resigned to just walking the neighborhood. And that's where we are, and I feel very bad for everybody that's had to leave the trail, especially those people that quit their jobs, gave up their apartments or sold their homes to be able to do this once in a lifetime epic journey, and now they have no job to go home to. They have no home to go home to. Some of them are stuck here from other countries, and instead of feeling sorry for myself, I'm gonna, holy cow. I don't feel sorry for myself. I feel very fortunate that, I'm retired, so I have a dependable income that's not going to change, and I'm very fortunate for that. So I'm going to try not to be in a pity party about not being able to go to Colorado Trail this year, and just be twice as prepared next year. Yes, sweetheart? You have to come on camera now. So that's where we are, and I don't think I'm going to do too many camping videos because I don't think anybody wants gear reviews when they can't go camping. So I might be looking for other ways to stay entertained, maybe some motivational stuff on how to keep busy and things to do while everyone's sequestered in home. So thanks for joining me and tuning in, and I'll be back. We'll just have a different venue going forward. Thanks for everything. Thanks for everything, and adios.